Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of Advanced Discrete Mathematics. Audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. In last lecture, actually, we have started a last unit, which is nothing but the tree. Okay. So, what is a acyclic graph? Yes. What is an acyclic graph?
If it contains no cycle.
If it contains no cycle, that is a graph. G is said to be a acyclic graph if it contains no cycles. And depending on this one, we have defined a new concept, which is nothing but the tree. What is a tree?
Connected or cyclic graph.
A connected acyclic graph is nothing but a tree. Can we give one example of a tree which contains the parallel edges?
No, sir.
Why?
Because it had cycle of length too.
Say length of 2. Similarly, loop is a cycle of length 1. So, if there is a tree T, then it contains no cycles and so no loops and parallel edges. After that, we have seen one theorem. That one is nothing but if T be a tree, then if U and V are any two vertices of a tree T, then there is precisely one path from vertex U to vertex V. And second one is nothing but if there is a graph G with no loops and U and V be any two distinct vertices of that graph G, then the corresponding graph G is a tree. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, next theorem is nothing but see the statement. Let T be a tree with at least two vertices. Let T be a tree with at least two vertices and let P be a path from U0, U1, U2, U3 up to so on UN. What should be the length of this path? If P is the
N.
longest path in T and having length is
N.
okay. And suppose this one is the largest, that is, it is a path of highest length. Okay, say T has path of length T has no path of a length greater than 1. It means it is a path of highest length. Has no path of length greater than n. Then n, then both u0 and un have degree 1. Have degree 1. That is degree of u0 equal to degree of un equal to 1. Okay, so if we have one tree which having at least two vertices and P be any path of length n in T, that is P is from u0 u1 to un, and the tree T has no path of length greater than n, then both the vertices u0 and un have degree 1. That is we have to prove. Okay, let's see the proof. First, we will prove the degree of u0 is nothing but 1. Okay. And to prove degree of u0 is equal to 1, here we will assume the contradiction that degree of u0 is greater than 1. Okay. So let us suppose that degree of u0 is greater than 1. And when degree of u0 is greater than 1, actually degree is nothing but the number of edges incident on that vertex. Okay, as degree of u0 is greater than 1, it means that there are at least two edges which are incident on vertex vertex u0. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Since edge, if there is a loop, then it contributes the 2 degree, but as it is a tree, then u0 have no loop. So it means that there are at least two edges which are incident on vertex u0. Okay, जर 2 डिग्री जर मला पॉसिबल 2 डिग्री जर u0 ची असेल कमीत कमी, degree of u0 is greater than 1, it means that either it is equal to 2 or it is greater than 2. Okay, so if degree of u0 is equal to 2 or greater than 2, if we suppose that degree of u0 will be equal to 2, then either it is a loop or it has or more than 2 edges are incident on that vertex u0. Okay, but as it is a tree, then there is no loop at vertex u0. It means there are at least 2 edges which are incident on vertex u0. Okay, so let us suppose f be an edge which is incident on vertex u0, but this vertex u0 is actually connected to vertex u1. So f is an edge which is incident on vertices u0 and u1. So, okay, so then the edge f is on vertices u0 and u1, and it contributes 1 to the degree of vertex u0. It contributes 1 to the degree of u0. Degree of u0. But here we have supposed that degree of u0 must be greater than 1. As degree of u0 must be greater than 1, it means it implies that there is at least one edge, some e which is incident on vertex u0 and some vertex v of a given tree t. Okay, so and so there must be another edge e which is from u0 to a vertex v of a tree t, which is different from, obviously it is different from the edge f, which is different from edge f, since degree of u0 is greater than 1. Now, as here we have one vertex v of a tree t, then there are two possibilities. Either this vertex v is one of the vertex from this u1, u2, u3 up to so on un, or it is a vertex which is not belonging to that path. Since here this will be just an path of length n in a tree t, then there are two possibilities for vertex v of a tree t. Either that vertex v is belonging to that path or it is not a member of that path. Okay, so if this vertex v is one of the vertex of the path p, if v is one of the vertex of the path p, then v is equal to ui, and what should be the range of u? I is running from 1 to n. Since it must be distinct from u0, since here we have taken this v be a edge which is incident on that u0 to vertex v of t, and this v is not equal to u0. Since as it is a tree, then there is no loop. It means this v must be distinct from this vertex u0. So what should be the range of I? It lies from 1 to n. So v is equal to ui for some I running from 1 to n. Now, as v is equal to ui for some I running from 1 to n, it means it gives one cycle. Actually, C be a cycle which is from u0 to u1, u1 to u2, u2 to u3, and up to so on. Here somewhere is ui, and that one is nothing but v. And actually this v, as there is an edge e from vertex v to u0, so here is our u0. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Here we have taken this v is one of the vertex of the path p. It means v is equal to ui for some I running from 1 to n. So here is nothing but some ui, that is v to u0, and this v is nothing but some ui. Now, by the definition of cycle, what is a cycle? Cycle is nothing but a
closed path in which no vertex is repeated.
closed path or walk.
Closed walk, sorry.
Closed walk in which no vertex is repeated. And by this see here there are only two vertices which are repeated. That one is nothing but u0. So it must be a cycle. As here there is one cycle. Whether this one is possible.
No, sir.
If V is equal to Ui for some I running from 1 to N, then we have one cycle C in a given tree T. But as it is a tree, it must be free from cycle. This produces a cycle C. This produces a cycle C. But this one is not possible. But this is not possible as T is a tree. Okay, so first possibility is not possible. That is, V is one of the vertex of path P is not possible. Then the second possibility is that V is not a member of our path P. Thus, the remaining possibility is for vertex V is that it is not one of the vertex from a path P. One of the vertex of a path P. Okay, but if this one is not this V is not a member of this path P, but actually, the remaining possibility for vertex V is that it is not one of the vertex of a path P, but this V is adjacent with U0. Since here we have taken, there must be another edge E which is from vertex U0 to V, and V is not a member of a path P. It means V is adjacent with U0 and it is not a member of path P. It means we have another path P1 which is from V to U0, U0 to U1, U1 to U2 up to so on UN. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So here we have one path P1 which is from V to U0, U0 to U1, U1 to U2 up to so on UN. As this V is not a vertex which is one of vertex from this UI where I running from 0 to N. It means by definition of path is nothing but it is an open walk in which no vertex is repeated. As here there is no vertex is repeated and it is an open walk, it means it must be a path. So here we have one path P1 from V to UN, and what should be the length of that P1?
N plus 1.
It is so P1 is a path of length N plus 1. But whether this one is possible in tree T?
No, sir.
Since we have given that the tree T has a path of highest length should be N. That is here is. That is T has no path of length greater than N. But here we have one path P1 which have length greater than N whenever we have taken the degree of U0 is greater than 1. So this will be a contradiction to our assumption that that is our given that the given tree T has a path of highest length should be N. So this one is not possible. So our assumption will be wrong. Which assumption will be wrong? That is degree of U0 is greater than 1. And it means that this one is wrong. It implies that there is only one possibility for the degree of U0, which is nothing but the degree of U0 will be 1. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So it contradicts to our assumption that P is a path of largest length. Okay, so it implies that our assumption is wrong. That is, degree of U0 is greater than 1 is wrong. It means that degree of U0 must be equal to 1. And similarly, we can prove degree of UN is also 1. Same we have to do with respect to the last vertex. Okay. Similarly, here we have talking that degree of UN is greater than 1. If degree of UN is greater than 1, then there is one vertex which is there is one edge here, so which is incident on this UN at some UN minus 1. Okay, and as we have taken degree of U0 is greater than 1, then there are two possibilities that there is a possibility that there must be more than one edges which are incident on vertex UN. So first possibility is that first edge, there are two possibilities. Either this UN minus 1 is member of that path, or it is not a member of that path P. Okay, and same we have to do as we have done on this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and hence the proof. Okay, so whenever we have a tree with at least two vertices, then it implies that there are at least two vertices which have degree 1. That is, it implies that there are more than one vertices having degree will be 1. Okay, so here there is one note. If T be a tree, T be a tree with at least two vertices, then T has more than one vertex of degree 1, which is by the previous theorem. Okay, what is the isolated vertex?
Which has degree 0.
Which has degree 0 or 1. डिग्री 0 असेल तर त्याला आयसोलेटेड व्हर्टेक्स म्हणतो की डिग्री 1. Yes, isolated means it is a vertex of degree 0. And what should be the pedant vertex? It is a vertex of degree 1. Okay. Now the next theorem, if T be a tree with n vertices, then T has precisely n minus 1 number of edges. Okay, if there is a tree with n vertices, then it has precisely n minus 1 edges. Okay, and that is we have to prove. And we will prove this by using the mathematical induction on the n. Okay, that is the number of vertices. So, we will prove this by using the induction hypothesis on yeah. Okay, so see, step 1, let n is equal to 1. It means, it implies that T be a tree with one vertex. As T be a tree with one vertex, then what are the number of edges in given tree T?
0.
It must be 0, since as there is only one vertex. Suppose V1 will be the vertex. If we have to take an edge in a given tree T, then there must be only one possibility that is the edge must be a loop. But as it is a tree, then loop is not possible. If loop is not possible, then what should be the degree of V1? It must be 0. So whenever there is a tree with one vertex, then the number of edges must be 0. Okay. Thus, there is no edge in tree T, which implies that the result holds for n is equal to 1. Now step 2. If suppose that there is a tree T with k number of vertices, as it has k number of vertices, then how many edges are there?
K minus 1.
K minus 1. Assume that the statement is true for n equal to k. It means if T is a tree with k vertices, then it has k minus 1 number of edges. k minus 1 number of edges. Okay, and now in step 3 we have to prove that the result holds for n equal to k plus 1. To prove that, the statement holds for n equal to k plus 1. That is, if the tree T has k plus 1 number of vertices, then we have to prove that it has k number of edges. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Let T be a tree with k plus 1 vertices. And we know that by previous theorem, if there is a tree, then it has at least that if suppose T be a tree with at least 2 vertices, then it has 2 vertices, at least 2 vertices of degree 1. Okay, as a tree, T is a tree with k plus 1 vertices, then here there must be exist one vertex having degree will be 1. Okay, and let U be a vertex of degree 1. Vertex of degree 1 in tree T. Let E be an edge which is incident on this vertex U to some vertex V of a tree T. So let E is a edge which is incident on vertex U and V. Denote the unique edge of T. Since U is a vertex of degree 1, so there is only one edge from vertex U to V. Okay. Now, which has U as an edge, which has U as an edge. Now, then if X and Y are any two vertices in a tree, then by the definition of tree, then they must be connected by some path in T. So then X and Y are vertices in T, or vertices in a tree T. Both are different from U. Both are different from U. Different from vertex U. Then any path joining from X to Y does not go through the vertex U. Okay, if there is a path joining, if we have taken X and Y be any two vertices in a tree T which are different from U, as they are different from U and T be a tree, then they must be connected by some path in T. So here there must be a path from X to Y, but it does not involve an vertex U. Why?
Because if it involves a vertex U, then the degree of U will be greater than 1.
Obviously, it must be greater than 1. So whenever whatever will be the path from vertex U to X, vertex X to Y, but it does not, that path does not involve an vertex U, since degree of U is 1, and whenever U is belonging to path from X to Y, then it has degree 2. There must be a possibility that U equal to X or U equal to Y, then degree of X and degree of Y will be 1. But here we have taken X and Y are the two vertices which are different from the vertex U. So whatever will be the path from vertex X to Y, it does not involve an vertex U. Okay. Now, if we can remove the vertex U from this graph, tree T, then what should be? We have the corresponding graph, which is nothing but the vertex removal graph T minus U. Okay. So thus the subgraph T minus 2 is a vertex removal subgraph. And whatever will be the number of vertices in T minus U, it must be K.
Yes, sir.
Since we have assumed that the tree T has K plus 1 vertices, and we have to remove that vertex U from tree T, then T minus U has K number of vertices, and and what is the degree of T minus U? Sorry, instead of a degree, the number of edges in t minus u.
K minus 1.
Why?
From second step, sir.
Yes. As we have to remove an vertex u from a tree T, then by the vertex removal subgraph, we know that whenever we have to remove the vertex from a tree graph G, then we have to remove all the edges which are incident on that vertex u. Okay, but there is only one edge which is incident on vertex u. So we have to remove an vertex u and that single edge E from a given tree T. Then T minus u is a subgraph, that is a vertex removal subgraph of a tree T which has k number of vertices and k minus 1 number of edges by the previous step. Okay, since T minus actually we have, first we will write here. Thus the subgraph T minus u obtained from tree T, obtained from tree T by deleting the vertex, by deleting the vertex u from T is again a connected, is connected. Okay, since u is a vertex having degree will be 1, so whenever we will remove an vertex u, then we have to just remove one single vertex which is from u to b. So obviously the remaining path or that corresponding T is again a connected. And if suppose if we remove an vertex u from a tree T, and after removing that vertex u from tree, if there is a cycle in T minus u, then obviously that cycle is also present in T. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
T मायनस यू मध्ये जर माझी एखादी सायकल येत असेल तर टी मध्ये ही ती ऑब्विसली येईल, पण टी हा काय ट्री आहे, म्हणजे टी हा ट्री जर असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये ऑब्विसली सायकल नसेल. सो इफ देयर इज अ सायकल, इफ देयर इज अ सायकल in T minus u, that is after removing an vertex u from a tree T, then it must be in T. Then it must be in T also. But this one is not possible. But this is not possible. Not possible as T is a T. Okay, so T minus u is a connected acyclic graph. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Which implies T minus u is a connected acyclic graph. Connected acyclic graph with how many vertices?
K vertices.
With k vertices. And by our induction step, we know that if there is a tree with k vertices, then it has precisely k minus 1 number of edges. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So, by step 2, T minus u has, here right, which implies T is a tree. Sorry, T minus u is a tree. T minus u is a tree. And then by the second step, T minus u has precisely k minus 1 number of edges. That is precisely, or it is exactly equal to k minus 1 a number of edges. Okay, so if it has k minus 1 number of edges, but the tree T has exactly one edge, sorry, this tree, but tree T minus u has, but tree T minus u has exactly one edge less than T. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Since we have removed an vertex u from a tree T, but degree of u is 1. So whatever will be the degree of T minus u, that is number of edges in T minus u, it has exactly one edge less than T. That is, that edge E is not in T minus u. It is actually present in T. But we have removed an vertex u. Whenever we have removed an vertex u, then edge E is incident on u. Then we have to remove the edge E also. So that edge E is not present in the tree T minus U. It means that T minus U has exactly one edge less than T. But T minus U has how many number of edges? Which is K minus 1. So how many number of edges in T?
K
Which implies
minus
T
1 plus
has
1.
K minus 1 plus 1 number of edges. That is K minus 1 number of edges in T minus U, and one edge is nothing but E, which implies T has K number of edges. So if T is a tree with K plus 1 vertices, then it has K number of edges. And that is why I have to prove. Thus, the statement is true for, thus the statement is true for n equal to k plus 1. And as it is true for n equal to k plus 1, then by principle of mathematical induction, the statement is true for any n. The statement is true for any n. It implies that if T is a tree with n vertices, then it has precisely n minus 1 number of edges. It has precisely n minus 1 edges. And that is we have to prove, and hence the proof. Yes, up to now, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, next again we have one theorem. Let G be a acyclic graph let G be a cyclic graph with n vertices and k connected components, that is components of G is nothing but k, then G has exactly n minus k number of edges. Okay, so here we have given that G be a acyclic graph with n vertices. It means there are n number of vertices in a graph G, and there is no cycle in a graph G, and it has k connected components. As G has k connected components and it is a cyclic graph, now tell me whether G is a tree. Yes, is G is a tree. कळतंय ना?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, statement नाही समज.
स्टेटमेंटच समजली नाही.
No, sir.
जी हा माझा एक असायक्लिक ग्राफ आहे. असायक्लिक ग्राफ आहे म्हणजे असा कोणताही त्याचा कनेक्टेड जर कंपोनंट घेतला तर त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला सायकल मिळणार नाही, कारण टोटली जी माझा असायक्लिक ग्राफ कधी होतो जर त्यामध्ये सायकल येत नसेल तर, विथ n vertices and it has k connected components, and we know that what should be the connected component. What should be the component? It is a maximal connected subgraph. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Maximal connected subgraph is nothing but it is a connected subgraph of a graph G which is not properly contained in any other connected subgraph. Such Components are k in number. Okay, so the GB a tree, GB a cyclic graph with n vertices and k connected components. Then tell me whether G is a tree or not. What is a tree?
No, sir.
Why? Why it is not a tree? इतकं विचार करायची गरज आहे का? What is a tree? It is a
सर
connected acyclic
कनेक्टेड
graph.
डिस्कनेक्टेड ग्राफ असेल तर मॅक्झिमल कनेक्टेड कंपोनंट म्हणजे सबग्राफ्स येतील.
कसे येतील? मॅक्झिमम कनेक्टेड सबग्राफ काय येतील? म्हणजे कॉम्पोनंट मिळणार नाहीत का मला?
येस सर.
का मिळणार नाही? व्हॉट इज अ कॉम्पोनंट? इट इज अ कनेक्टेड सबग्राफ. कनेक्टेडच घ्यायचे आहेत मला. ऑब्विसली मिळतील ना. हा जी ट्री का होत नाहीये इतकं सांगा फक्त मला. व्हॉट इज अ ट्री? इतकं अवघड नाहीये ते. ट्री म्हणजे काय?
कनेक्टेड असायक्लिक ग्राफ.
Connected acyclic graph. If possible, suppose that this k is greater or equal by 2. Is it correct? If suppose k is greater or equal by 2, then how many connected components are there in graph G? 2. K
Yes,
equal
sir.
to 2 consider करा. Greater or equal by 2 consider करायचं पण आपण 2 ला प्रूव्ह करू. If suppose k is equal to 2, then the graph G has 2 connected components. If graph G has 2 connected components, then whether graph G is a connected graph?
No, sir.
Obviously, it is not a connected graph since it can be written as a disjoint union of two connected subgraphs. Okay, so for that case, it is not a tree. Since for tree we require graph G will be a connected graph. So whenever k is greater or equal by 2, then the given graph G is not a connected graph, and for that case, G is never a tree. इथपर्यंत क्लिअर आहे?
Yes, sir.
दुसरी पॉसिबिलिटी काय असू शकते? के हा माझा 1 असू शकतो. जर के हा 1 असेल तर काय असेल? जीबी असायक्लिक ग्राफ विथ n vertices and only one connected component. Since it is a connected graph, so component of G will be k. Then G has exactly n minus k number of edges. N minus k. K is nothing but number of components. If G is connected, then how many components are there?
Only one.
Only one, that is n minus 1 number of edges. And by previous theorem also we can prove if there is a connected acyclic graph, that is a tree with n number of vertices, then it has n minus 1 number of edges. So whenever k equal to 1, then it is true from the previous theorem. And if k is greater or equal by 2, then we have to prove. So whenever k is greater or equal by 2, then G is not a tree. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us prove. Let us denote the k components of graph G as C1, C2 up to so on Ck. Denote k connected component, k connected component of G by C1, C2 up to so on Ck. Suppose that for each I lies between 1 to k, the ith component Ci has some ni number of vertices. Ck. Suppose that for each I where I lies between 1 to k, the ith component Ci has ni vertices. Then how many vertices in graph G? Which is nothing but each Ci has ni vertices. C1 has n1, C2 has
N1
n2,
plus
up to so on
N2 up to
Ck.
so on
That is
Nk.
n1 plus n2 plus n1 plus n2 plus up to so on nk, and which is nothing but n, since the graph G has n vertices. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, each Ci is a connected component. It means it is a connected. That is, any two vertices in each Ci will be there. They are connected by a path. and graph G is acyclic. Graph G is acyclic. It means obviously each component is also acyclic.
Yes, sir.
Now each component is a acyclic connected graph. That is, it is a subgraph of graph G. Then each Ci must be a tree.
Yes, sir.
So as each Ci is a connected acyclic graph, connected acyclic graph, it implies that each Ci is a tree with Ni vertices. Then how many edges are there?
Ni minus 1.
Then by previous theorem, each Ci has Ni minus 1 number of edges. So the number of edges in graph G are the number of edges in G are the sum of edges in each component. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Which is equal to, first C1 has N1 minus 1 number of vertices, plus C2 has N2 minus 1, plus C3 has N3 minus 1, plus up to so on Ck has Nk minus 1 number of edges, and which is equal to N1 plus N2 plus up to so on plus Nk plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. How many times?
K time.
Plus K times minus 1. But what is N1 plus N2 plus Nk?
N.
Which is N minus of K, which implies the graph G has N minus K number of edges. And I think that is we have to prove, and hence the yes. कुणाला काही डाऊट आहे यामध्ये?
No, sir.
नक्की ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let G be a tree with, sorry, G just be there. Actually, if there is a tree, then we can denote it by T. Okay, one more theorem is there. Let G be a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 edges, then G is a tree. Okay, so what is we have given here? We have given that G be a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 number of edges. Then we have to prove that G is a tree. And what is a tree? Tree is nothing but it is a connected acyclic graph. And already we have given that it is a connected graph. So it remains to prove that the given graph G is a acyclic graph. If it is a acyclic graph, then obviously by definition of tree, G is a tree. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So let G be a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 edges. And to prove that G is a tree. But already we have given that G is a connected graph. So it remains to prove that. G is a acyclic graph. Okay, that is we have to prove that there is no cycle in a graph G. To proving that is G is a acyclic graph, here we will assume that there is some cycle in a graph G. So thus, if possible, suppose that there is a cycle in graph G. Okay, so let E be an age belonging to the cycle. That is, let us suppose that there is a cycle C in graph G. C in graph G. And let E be an age of the cycle C. Let E be an age of the cycle C. If C is a cycle and E be an age of the cycle C, so whenever we will remove that age E from cycle C, then tell me whether cycle C is a connected or disconnected.
Disconnect.
Why? It is a cycle. सायकल मधून जर मी एक एज जर काढलो तर ती डिस्कनेक्ट कसं होईल? If it is a path or cycle means if there is vertex u0 and if there is a cycle from u0 to u0, then it is suppose u0 to u1, u1 to u2, u2 to u3 and up to so on u1 and un and un to u0. And if possible, suppose that E be an edge which is incident on u0 and u1. If whenever we will remove an edge E from u0 to u1, then tell me whether it is a connected or disconnected. As actually u0 and u1 are not the adjacent vertices, but obviously it is connected.
Yes, sir.
इथून कुठेतरी आहे समजा u0, u1, u2, u3, u4 and up to so on इथं कुठेतरी un to u0 ही माझी सायकल आहे समजा. जर हे एज इथं असेल तर मी हे जरी पार्ट काढला तरी u0 पासून u1 पर्यंत मला एक पाथ मिळेल ना, u0 to un,
Yes, sir.
un to un minus 1. So whenever we will remove an edge from graph G, then we will get G minus E as a disconnected, sorry, it is a connected subgraph of a graph G. So whenever we remove an edge E from G, we get G minus E as a connected subgraph of a graph G, subgraph of graph G with how many vertices? Same number of vertices as G. Since here we have to remove an edge, and by the definition of edge removal subgraph, just we have to remove an corresponding edge. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
With n vertices. And how many edges? Just we have removed single edge. And graph G has n minus 1. Sorry.
N
How
minus
many edges are there? N minus 1 edges are there. So now how many edges in G minus E?
N minus 2.
And n minus 2 edges. Okay. So now, as here there is a cycle C, after removing an edge E, it is not a cycle. Since here we have assumed that there is only one cycle in a graph D, and whenever we will remove an edge from this cycle C, it is not a cycle. So G minus E is a connected acyclic graph with n vertices and n minus 2 edges. Whether this one is possible?
No, sir.
Why?
For connected acyclic graph, then it will be tree. For that n vertices, that implies n minus 1
n
edges.
minus 2, that is, it has precisely n minus 1 edges. Okay, but here G minus E is a connected acyclic graph. It means it is a tree with n vertices. As it is a tree with n vertices, then it has precisely n minus 1 edges. But here we have n minus 2 number of edges. This one is not possible. This is not possible. It means here we will get a contradiction to our assumption, and this contradiction arises due to our wrong assumption. Which assumption is wrong? There must be a cycle in graph G, which implies that G has no cycle. As G has no cycle and already G is a connected graph, which implies G is a connected acyclic graph. And G is a connected acyclic graph. It implies that it is a tree, which implies G is a tree. as tree, and that is we have to do, and hence the yes. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay.